We cannot continue to think like this.
Latoya Bulgin, otherwise known as Buju, was shot and killed inside her motor vehicle in Granville, St. James, Sunday evening.
Why Jamaica just always want to go for all of the prize them? Why we have to good at the at even the worst things? We have to good at every, we have to have every trophy. Enough time people, and for example, my brother would die things. And then cut off me too. By the time me fi take on she, how me I go compete with that listen? Me can vibrate?
Early locks the voice box, tell me what you think. Broke it down in detail, make me know the link. Early locks the voice box, tell me what you think right now.
Alright, Purple Nation, welcome back to another episode of Icebox Where You Think, episode 74, part 2. Alright, before we get tonight, I just want to give thanks to, the whole Purple Nation, true supporters, the real people who fight with me with that thing here, to keep it, to keep it up and running. The item, there's no word to describe how valuable the item are. You know what I mean? Because I kind of do the statistics and it's most people who are watching right now still subscribe. So how can you say you want something to grow, something is important to you? Because I see the feedback them. For the people who make the feedback have not subscribed as yet. And that no make no sense. You get to me I say? So give thanks to the people who help the channel to remain stable. You understand? And I'm keep moving them can there because it is very important. Without the support, it can't go nowhere. We got the people who like, share, subscribe, the people who hype a video, the people who send super chat, the patron them, the members of the channel. We can't do this thing without the item. You understand? So it is very important for the item support the channel in a one way or form if it is to continue and make sense. If me go keep, if me are there and me can get into and do the things we want the way how we want it. The projects we want, the projects I'm on ball for, the stir it up, the this, the that, it takes support to sustain it because a number of years me I do it at a loss. It's a losing battle for me. So me have to take the time to big up those who support and ask those who not support for support. Because of very valuable information. When I say people say them couldn't pay for in a no college. So support the thing. It's not hard. Alright, so in today's episode, I deal with the police. Yeah, the shooting of the taxi operator there down in Granville, Mobile. You see me? And I also deal with the whole issue of Patois in a Parliament. It for the day. Or enough for the day. Me telling you this already, or first I hear me talk about it. But also, I got touch on what I telling you in the last episode, say, it's a very, very important thing that happen under we nose, and because we don't understand our mind, it just dead under the quiet and take over completely because we're distracted with some of the most, with some of the stupidest, silliest, childish things get we in a rage. Every week we react to some things. And now see the real thing. We're going to make even those things where we react to are going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. We now can beat them. You understand? So all of that and more coming up after this. Alright, do remember, say if you ship anything at all to the Caribbean, or even within the US, you have to use Next Shipping. You might log on www.shipwithnext.com. Believe me, let me tell you this. No, I know one of them shipping company they will more dip in your barrel and them out of sardine. Your peanut butter them safe. And remember, says a hassle-free service. Once you ship with them, whatever you ship comes straight to your door. Or the people them door. Well, if you're not on the door, them ship door too. So thanks, Vicebox.
There has been widespread outrage since this CCTV footage was released. It showed the moment Latoya Bulgin, otherwise known as Buju, was shot and killed inside her motor vehicle in Granville, St. James, Sunday evening. But what exactly triggered this tragedy? TVJ News spoke with one of the passengers inside the motor vehicle who witnessed it all. We have concealed her identity for her protection. She said they were about to go to another section of the community to protest the killing of the 17-year-old boy who was killed by the police recently when Miss Bulgin was approached by the police.
You see the police jeep come and park up right here, right? When they park up right here, when Buju drive out now, then turn the vehicle cross the road. When they turn the vehicle cross the road, Buju them must stop. Police say to him, say, give me a license. Buju give me a foreign license. When Buju give me a foreign license, he say, no want that. He want a Jamaican license.
She said Miss Bulgin later exited the vehicle and told the police officer to just give her a ticket instead.
You know, say after Buju didn't know, have his phone and look for the papers work. He tell Buju, say, come out of the car, lock off the car. You know, so as Buju lock off the car, like he can never lock off or nothing, or in a park or nothing. But just like lock the car, you know, so the car go move one little way, right? It's not like the Buju go drive off or nothing because he know Buju and he know where Buju live. Anyway, after that now, you see man just give Buju one shot and Buju hold in chest and just drop back so.
That sent screams of terror throughout the vehicle. 6 people were inside the Voxy at the time, but it didn't stop there. The way the victim was treated after being shot also left the passengers and other residents irate.
They put Buju in a vehicle, grab him outside and put him in a police van vehicle. If vehicle not locked, Buju drop out down a police station down there so, and then take out Buju and dash him back in there. All the hand broke. I feel a way, hurt me, broken. He rough, but him a no criminal. Them never fi kill him so.
Alright, so when me did do the episode, as I call for, I support the wearing, police wearing body cam. Enough I know talk about. So when the gunman them already them follow any law, 2 things where you cannot compare to one another. The gunman lawless, that a chaos and disorder. The police swear to uphold a law when make order out of the chaos there. Them can't be part of the chaos and still uphold the law. And that's so it's supposed to work. Me see the whole of the comment them. The usual, good job officer. One more criminal off the street. Along with a whole lot more way too numerous to mention. Yes sir. What I want to say I go on here sir. Are the seesaw in a full effect. What me I talk about? The seesaw mentality. Where most people have. It have to be one way or the other. It can't stop in the middle, it can't balance. Because if we examine every situation on its own merit, it's like we're going dead. It's like the world move on without we. So we better think fast and think quick. Quick, meaning black and white. It have to be one thing or the other. Once upon a time, it was just the innocent get you to the police and laugh. And now it's all about the innocent police them. We need to kill the whole of them criminal. Everybody just paint with one broad brush and just fling over one side. Innocent police, guilty get to you. And that are the yes, even when people see the obvious, them see the video itself, them still find a way to see what they want to see. So me say the debate rage. People say, boy, right now, should we comply with the police, and which me agree. Once I deal with police, comply, then complain. That's the rule. Don't. Everybody has a right now, all she have to do is this, that. She try to use her vehicle to lick down the police. And if a police, if I'm a police, I feel like my life in a danger, I can bust a shot too. This is what I say, whole heap of people say. And not for hell them police here would have step out in front of vehicle. I see it up on the screen. It go against the tactical training guideline. So them should not do that. And furthermore, for the people that say she try to use the car and lick down the police, me don't know if me blind, him never in a no present danger. She actually a turn out of him, even if her intention was for drive well. The training say you have to log a license plate and pursue them differently. Training not encourage you to endanger yourself as a police. Some people even say, even this body in the car where I say them so when she get the shot and hold her chest, cannot tell like them just want the police to look bad. But here, what can't tell lie? The unconscious actions of people. If you know if you observe, that's the whole of the truth there. Things what people do when nobody including themselves. Now look. Alright. Police in front of the car. Order if you stop gear the command, etc, etc, etc. Can't argue about that all day. Alright. The car jump off, him think he might get licked down, him bust a shot in a she. So let's say it was an impulse reaction and him fire the shot. You come to your sense right after that, and the actions after that are going to really show remorse because you just did try innocently do police duty, and this shouldn't even happen. The first thing would be an instinct is to call ambulance. I shouldn't even say that, because ambulance in our country are for rich people. Why you never even, if you have to put her in at the back then, put her in there with caution, because you not try to make she live. The actions of the police who fire the shot pronounce her dead upon the scene. How me know? Same pronounce her dead. You and your colleagues go haul her out of the car and throw her in the van back. With a fling a big old dirty spare tire upon her same way. You decide so she dead from this up. You did by your actions after you already decide in your mind say she dead. How you know say she dead? You a doctor? Your immediate reaction should have been to get her some help to see if you can make she live. If you intend to know her. I go to the hall and pull down the way no angle her body make she dead, you know. She get a shot then. All semblance of threat where you know see then, or you a see, neutralize. Why you never even test her pulse? Furthermore, how about the crime scene then? If you decide, say she dead, why move the body? If you're innocent in all of this, why move the body, angle the body in such a way, if you tamper with, where you must know now, so it's a crime scene? Why go exonerate? Let's say you're innocent. You don't want in the come to investigate and find you're innocent. Why tamper with the crime scene? You decide that she dead, left her there. Make them can know how much degrees west and how much race south and projectile was fired and based on this degree of that degree and brought down by this or whatever maths. Then fi do. Then get fi do it. Why you move the body? Instant. Why not move the body? Want to completely destroy the forensic integrity of the crime scene. Disrupt blood spatter patterns, all of that. When you move the body, you want to tell me, say as police, you don't know that? Regular something. For say I want to fix, man. I mean, no say logistically impossible for it fix overnight. It have to fix in place. A one way have to move it a chaos. So my advice, get on your own camera, set up all both in on the property. Get even body cam for yourself if you no can do it. Now follow them idiot who are allergic to logical thinking. We want to see in a comment section all both and make a f***ing idiot of themselves. Why Jamaica just always want to go for all of the prize them? Why we have to good at the at even the worst things? We have to good at every, we have to have every trophy. We have to be the one, we are number one in having some of the most top tier quality. Fool them. I can't say that enough. Top shelf. Fool. Our fool them. Let me say it again. Our fool them so fool. We add another fool on it and call them fool. In my opinion, a murder. I must say, Uncle God can't come tell me say no murder. Because him see what they do with Jesus and he know what murder look like. And based on not just theme the shooter, the police action, but the rest of them colleagues action, they can see a regular day this for them. This a default position for them. If I force something like this out, man, then turn fool, it would be obvious. Regular day this. It's obvious. This is a routine. I know what this is, a terrible twin reality. Because why always happen again? People use one broad brush and paint the whole force. And the real solid police them in a uniform. I get dragged through the mud of decision of colleagues like this. The mud with decision of colleagues when colleagues like this make them choice for better way. And worse when people angry. Them can't like no police under the circumstance. As a twin, me can't tell you that, you know. Enough time people and for example my brother would have things. And then cut off me too. Then done with me. And me and them not have nothing. And the same thing they can happen vice versa too. Where if me and a man have something, me sure them all cut off my brother too. This is how most people look upon things. And them don't really have the time mentally based on the world and the fast-paced world we live in for process. So not everybody are the same. On both sides of the fence. And you with a mentality they have the most up effect right now. Is that Jamaica overrun with crime. We are drowning in a crime down here and I understand totally why people have forced themselves to back the police because there's no other hope to get rid of them criminal and them criminal organization and all kind of murder, all kind of disease, all kind of evil we exist in the society we are tear it down. Me understand it fully. It's like a desperate last ditch attempt you want and out all of them. But not all of them are criminal, man. When we have that type of mentality there and we end up as support some of the most nefarious criminal within the force too. Because where you think, as me talk from day one, where you think none of them police are come from Narbrook. Them cultured, the same garrison culture, the said mindset. The same gang type of thinking. And where you think, a whole heap of police, a gangster in a uniform where carry out crime, when I listen to therapy and they spot them. Perhaps a little too much because I hear the word corner boy too much and I think of all of them. And this spot them need to put the balance in it and show. Because when narrative I write it not normal, it a cause when I problem as too. Because I know the whole of the people them for just dead so. People will leave them tired for telling everybody a garrison bad. I know everybody a garrison dunce. I know everybody a garrison thief and lie and scam and evil. Some people just live the kind of know if you live a dead and born. And that's it. That's the only thing I'm guilty of. The anger against crime. I understand it, but it give police, rogue police, the on them. A perfect license for killing innocent people. In a name of gang life and corruption. Whole heap of them in a gang. It give them a license to act with impunity because every time a youth dead, you gotta assume that the person guilty. The person do something to deserve it. You give them a license to be when enough of them in the force I do to work, hit, for hire. Murder, hire. The whole heap of them make extra after that. Tell them a jantam, this jantam address, I see a picture of jantam, I do kick off people dead. And a dirty corner boy all of a sudden. We cannot continue to think like this. Else it never ever go slow down. In any way, shape or form, and most of the people may think like this. It's sad, but me go tell you why I think so because I don't think it never ever happen to you. It can't reach on the doorstep. Because I hope you don't think you're safe. Behind no big house or no Hawkeye or no King Alarm. Holy power we think like that you're safe from it. The police force kind of weaponized as a personal security guard. I mean, know that. So go on now. Go protect we. from the wickedness. When no found from that side, they have no hand in at all. I want to separate yourself from it because I know the meaning of some big word. So what you tell me, say? Somebody put their hand up in the air and surrender. You have to just let me just make you feel like I don't have something come from, so them a dirty kind of boy. That makes sense to you? Yeah, man, somehow the way I think that way there. But I like when I learn the hard way, if you can't learn the easy way. You just stay home one day. And for some strange reason, your little son likes to dress up like the garrison youth, them who cool. Police mistake feel like a decent pitney for one of them. Give them a bullet. I'm sorry that feel. It's other way, but someone can't learn, not other way. Let me say for one different type of pain you would have feel, and you worthy of feeling the way that because your youth a good youth, different from a youth poor, and him a good youth. Never in no crime, him just, you know, have the same jersey, the same fashion, the same way I wear, where everybody indulge in, by the way, almost everybody follow fashion. Yeah, man, that's the way I feel in that moment there. And I want to hit home different. Because near and dear to me. Because I don't know my brother, baby mother. Hail from right in a Granville there, so. And I could have Jamani that I walk. In a Granville. And a man just draw down and decide saying if he dead because you're saying there. No found no business with Buju. If the word bant and not for light. Just another, you know, somebody were dead out of the show me I watch. That's almost how I think. It's a show, life I want to show where we are watching, not affect me. It's a script. Somebody else's script. Where impress me so I can have some powerful opinion every week and come talk and me outrage and me angry about either this or that. And again, till a couple of days. Tired VM says about me not on a new truth phone no. That way there. Got not change. Somebody mad man said way. You know how no decent people claim to think, you know. Me know how to think. It's a claim, me know how to think. It's police force you don't need professionalism. Because I know how them I deal with. Them actions not affect you, so them can go and be gangster in a uniform. And behave like bigs and blacker. And give the whole entire force a bad name. All them have a like. Nah, directly affect you. Whether them professional or them unprofessional, you could have care zero. You don't give a about that. Because I know, them unprofessionality and the way them behave really and truly affect. The force want train over. They want completely train over. They want psychological training, not just physical conduct and how to have the authority presence there. They want the whole thing want tear down and make back. Yeah, them want no say them a police. And them swear to uphold the law. Them want know that and act like it. I remember the father and son shooting, we go on recently. A couple of days now, but you remember it? It's a valid question.
Charge me, since charge me, okay. Jaga, don't kill him, Jaga. Yeah, everything go be there. Killing me mean nothing to me. Everything body is a phone. I'm killing me from time. I'm killing me right. Get everything right, man. Stay away from the people, family.
Remember this? We go on over to Aspen.
You know, come here, come here, you know, come here, big that, you have to get the game with man.
The man backs up a 80-year-old man. For what might have maybe been a comment. A slow reaction for answer. Or whatever that was. I think it did warrant a response like this. That you couldn't see one big old 80-year-old man this. They may look like police to you. In their action. No badness this fully, man. While the JSF have mandatory review to make sure so the officer them have certain kind of training in terms of stay sharp when it come to shooting, them need something similar to that, where them have a review of them conduct as a police mentally, where them train them psychologically with how to understand things, look upon things objectively, and don't personalize things like bigger and blacker and deaf and them around the road. Oh, I do this, me. Them are going to treat it like just a regular day. Handle conflict like when they handle it in high street. If that part there, not introduce, none of them things are going to stop. When you see people come on the news and say them have to hide them face, you know it's serious. All of them police are criminal. A governed criminal. We don't go and talk about good job, officer. You don't think some of them easy? Or even soldier. You don't think all of them follow protocol? You don't remember that soldier you want to see on the screen? You don't remember how everybody want him to turn the 8th national hero of Jamaica? Because some man attack him and shoot him up and him take out 2 of the attack of them before him fall. Everybody say, oh my God, slow salute. Soldier, oh my God, he's so brave. Till little more from that to find out, say, he mix up, involved in all kind of things. And a cricket, when it come to that topic after that, you could hear a pin drop. Remember pin drop and ears drum bust the way the silence loud. Some of them police are mindset no shift to policing. There's still bigs and blacker them for around the road. When them dep on patrol, ego up on full display. Boy said the wrong thing and a gunshot. And at that you not get a red light, at that you not put in a signature pan. It's not just the good police in the force who not defend. Who not actually a give license to the worst one them to do what them want, when them want. See same crime them on the hate in the country. Some of them are commit them. But what? The whole force are twin. Just one thing, good police right now, what they say reach. Think again. Every group have a bad apple. In the black and white. Literally. All of a sudden just forget a human being police work and all of them are saint. None of them are not saint. But you have some are worse than some. In a recent times, you don't see story them. How much police in a narco division, how much get caught and how much drug bust. You don't see them thing there. Then just good because I'm afraid that crime will rise in the country. But you're not putting a signature upon it. And I realize that. And when you're tempted to say, may I take up for murder and criminal, just find the time to go back into the history of my work and realize so the acidity of the culture, my own culture, where me come from, what is wrong with it, and me first tell the world. And I see him so now beat my feet for years, till years later. Other people start take on to it and start say the same thing till it become commonplace. But like me say, it just moved from one extreme to the next. Both sides of the fence still have them up falls. Because in enough of them situation, you still have the people who are back the wickedest murderer them in them place. And cuss police. On a fight to see every murderer with some of the wickedest things as defender. Few people with gun. A real, genuine defender in a garrison. Few people have certain principle where them really defend them people. And I can't say I'm unhappy when I say some of them waste man dead boy. I been say it and I continue to say it. The two situations still are going and the two sides a fight to make it either be one or the other. And I tell them say nothing no go so. Every situation carry its own merit. You have to learn to look into it for it. All I can say at this point, God help Jamaica with them I hear that.
Madam Speaker, me get up this afternoon to make my first sectoral speech for my portfolio.
Hold on. Standing orders. And I think you are fully aware. And if I have to stop you again during your presentation, you will not get any additional time. No, and she knows.
Madam Speaker, perhaps I should abandon that attempt to use our local language because I have been reminded of the linguistic conventions of this honorable House. Because maybe there is no more fitting way to begin a presentation on culture than to speak briefly in the language understood by the overwhelming majority of Jamaican people. Even if that language still struggles for full acceptance in some of our most formal national spaces, including this very parliament.
Alright, so I'm not going to talk too long on that one. And here is why. I don't know say years me talk on the specific topic here about the language and why them fight Patois, the local language, so much. Again, quickly, let me rehash. Remember saying a slavery, you'd have three kind of slave. The house slave, the field slave, the one in the middle. When slavery done, when we're not done, but you know, when them say it done, the house slave did inherit the master wealth, inherit the plantation running from the master. So that create two major class. Create the upper class and the lower class. We make most out of the field slave who did evolve, you have to lick up one thing and bat up and catch, and I saw the garrison farm because there was no resources to properly live like those who inherit the slave master life and ideologies and culture and mindset. Those slaves were in the house, evolve to see themselves as the master, have that type of outlook there. The field slave is like a bug with a bit squash, with a step on. They are not even human. This create the class problem. And to this day, it survived. The governing of Jamaica is still run by those who inherit that type of mindset there. And the long and short of it, the language has come to be associated with being dunce, with not getting it right. It was taught to us even in a school. Everybody around where we are, the parents, with family. Once you taught the language, you chat bad. Everybody was literally and figuratively beaten into submission to see the English language as superior. Now hear me out. Ironically, the language of the colonizer, the slave master, is superior. And without thinking, even whole heap of them judicial culture still live to this day. In our parliament, in our courthouse them then, in 2026, we still have this big old white wig and hear ye, hear this and that, and some whole heap of language like we in the 1800s. And donkey carts still a ride. That still exists in our thing today. But here is why when, this law, we say, you have to talk English. Most, 98% of Jamaican never know it. I didn't read nothing. Those who can read don't read. So them end up the same place as the man who can't read, in a ignorance of that which they have not read. That's the whole of them end up. I mean, no, rules are rules. All of the rules are rules. People ready for type. All right, cool. Rules are rules. I know me agree with that, right? But it's still not that simple. And all right, that's how I know the rules are rules. People are get ready for type and do some reminding and, show who they are. But me understand that, I don't know that, right? I may agree. But it's not so simple. Because if you go say rules are rules, that mean, you remember say, no blacks allowed was a rule too. White only was a rule too. Slavery, the whole institution of slavery. Thou shalt obey thy master, and this and that, and don't look the master in the eye, and all kind of madness. Was rules too. Just because them are rules don't mean them right. We can agree with that at least, right? Come on, me rules to rules, people. Right? Yeah, man, thou shalt not read and write. You shall not catch you with a book. Was a rule too. Let me say again. Not because a rule no mean it, right? Some rules suppress and oppress. Which is why you have people who push for change rules when them wrong. Look on the screen. Read it to yourself. What she do here is predict the rigidity of Juliet. Wellness. She predict what Juliet is going to do. And I play politics. Well played, by the way, Nikisha. Because after much investigation, we find out say 2 paragraphs alone did write in a Patois. So you really never did intend to do the whole thing in a Patois and defend the language. See it on the screen there. Read for yourself. See, in the second part, she preempt, so she going to be stopped by the speaker for speaking Patois. So it was more of an example than a protest. Patois to this day is just a reminder of the African them where them couldn't defeat and can't defeat, no matter what they try to do, them can't get them out. To this day, Jamaica not known for nothing. Like we're known for the things where the descendants of these field slaves, these Africans. Though, Patois is a constant reminder of the resilience of the field slave where them try to eradicate, try to beat into submission. Because them civilized, them intelligent, and them is everything that is great, yet still everything great where Jamaica known for. And the field slave do it. The poorer class do it. The sufferer do it. So the language they have to stamp out, and that's what them been trying to do. Only time the upper class endorse Patois is when the world endorse it, like when Obama come say Wagwan.
Wagwan, Jamaica!
Yeah, man, they were so proud. Till a moment they pass. War again. Forcing English as the priority language are one of the reasons why the youth them find it difficult to learn. I'm not saying it's the entire reason, or all the reasons why them find it difficult to learn. Because we are trying learn a second language first. If we did learn the things where they might teach in English, in a Patois first, we don't understand English better enough. Most of we youth them are brighter in English. But we can't reach the part where we realize that if somebody have vouched for something, in this case Patois, it don't mean we hate English. Each of them have them proper place. Each of them complement each other. No man now say use one and get rid of the other. We have to elevate the one on the fight down to its proper place to walk hand in hand with English. The local language officially shouldn't be Patois. It has been, and it's credited as such. If I'm alright, we now say it will be a universal language, Jamaican start Patois. So right so when we are doing Parliament, I know not if it in a Patois, a Jamaicans we are deal with. I know the world we are doing budget debate for. The entire world. But if a man a deal a Jamaican affair, speak Jamaican. But we need English. Recognizing Patois. Not make it dumb. It make you bilingual. Now I compliment that. Alright, so on the last episode, I'm telling us that there is something very vital. But most of we are missed while we are distracted with the least of things. With the surface of things. Things are important, yes, but it's more important to look beneath the surface and see what we come up on with and how bad it are going to destroy we. Almost beyond repair. And we nah see it happen right under we nose. Alright, what is that? Alright, Purple Nation. Don't stop it yourself now, because it kind of go over what me kind of really want to get for settle on that topic here, because it's important. The things that we're going to talk about in that topic here, the AI thing here, important. So we get to discuss it at length. You see me I say? And look, yeah, we've got a part 3. All the respect. Give thanks to those of you. Like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, support the channel in any way. As me say, yeah, man, appreciate the item and thing. You know what I mean? When I have anything you want to discuss, we could take it to the comment section. Because you know how it work over here, so. Purple Nation to the fullest. Yeah, man. Zion Emmanuel GAYNOR. To the fullest. All day. Every day. Stay tuned.